Hello and welcome to another episode of the Toy Photography Podcast by Big G Video. Today I'm looking at what you can do with a phone. Now this is an iPhone mini and it's got a standard lens and it's got a wide lens or an extra wide lens, because I think the standard lens is wide. And I'm probably not going to be using the wide lens. I've got some lights to help us out, and I've also got in this bag a macro lens for the iPhone. So first of all, you can do some quite good photography just using your phone. You don't need to have a dedicated camera and macro lens. You can do some good stuff with your phone. So this is probably my go-to camera. It's a Sony 5000 and it's got a macro lens on and it's quite small. But today I'm just going to be shooting stuff with my iPhone 13. Even if I focus on the character's face, he's not in focus. I have to go to here to get the character in focus. So I'm now going to just take an image of this character, and once that's done, I'll put that up on the screen. So that is a standard photo from the iPhone using the iPhone native camera app on the standard lens. If I go to wide, I can probably go a little bit closer on wide, but I start getting distortion. So if I go to wide, maybe a bit more dramatic, but I'm getting a lot of distortion. Okay, so I've taken 2 on wide, or I'm going off wide, I don't like that. Now, the other mode I've got on the iPhone 13 is portrait mode, and portrait mode blurs the background out, but you do need to be quite far away. So that one has been taken with portrait mode, but it's still asking me to go further away. I'm now going to turn this off just for a moment. So I'm going to put this figure over here so that we can see what we've got here. So I really like this set, but it's not going to be for everyone. So these are all the things you get in the set. Now, I don't really know what these are for, but they came with it. I'm going to put those back in. Get this lens here. Now, this is the lens cap. So you can see we've got a lens here. It says macro on, so it must be macro. Now, quite often, it's really difficult to get the lens lined up and you have weird clips. This clip's actually really good. So I only ever use this with my phone. So all I do is I slot it in like so, and this bit pulls out. Now we've got a tripod mount here, which is very useful. And you can see here, well, that's not in the right place. So all I have to do is push this up and I've got it in the right place. It doesn't take too long to adjust, but I can also, if I really want to, move this part of the holder as well. So I'm happy that that's lined up. Now on this side, we've got lights. So I can turn it on and we get these lights, and I can change the setting. So it's by temperature. So this is both temperatures, cold, warm, both again. And I can change the power just by cycling through this button. So if I want to fit this, I need to obviously take the rear lens cap off. It's quite nice they've got this. This takes a long time to take off, and then it fits in here, which is really nice. So what I do, I screw it in. There's no way I can get this wrong really. And I take the front lens cap off. So I'm going to stand my figure up. I'm just going to readjust the angle of the camera. You can see here I can get quite close. So I'm going to focus on the hand. You can see I can get really close to the hand. And because I've got the illumination on, let's just turn this off so we can see the difference. Can you see that? That does a really good job. It acts as a ring light and it gives really good lighting, because when you get in very close, you're going to potentially block out the lights that you're using. So I can get really close focus. Now the problem you get is it does introduce some distortion, but it does allow you to focus really closely. So I can, focus on the gun there. I put this into portrait orientation. You can see how close I can get, and I can get his face in. Oh, bane of toy photography is knocking the toys over. So I'm gonna get his face. This isn't going to be the perfect one. So that is what I can do with this macro lens, but it does introduce distortion. I think it's actually quite useful if you wanted to give a sense of things traveling. It gives a sort of look like motion blur. And if I want, I can still use portrait mode. Portrait mode will still work and blur out the backgrounds. So this cost around £40, but I think it is a useful accessory for mobile filming. But other than that, if you're getting into toy photography, the place to start really is using your phone just to see if it's right for you, just to see if you enjoy doing toy photography. And you can use your phone, get quite good results without even having to spend any money, because let's face it, you've already got the phone. I hope this video has been useful, just showing you what you can achieve with just your phone. And by buying a fairly good macro lens designed for the iPhone with its built-in lights and easy mounting, you can achieve a lot more as well. You can get a lot closer. You can of course get other macro lenses, but they don't have the light, they're fiddlier to fit, and they've probably got much more distortion. That's just my roundup of using your phone in a very quick way. Thank you, goodbye.